Where's the intro?
Oh, did you not put an intro?
Are we live?
I don't know. I guess so.
Okay.
I thought I entered in the intro.
Let me
Can
get
someone
trusted.
sound off and let us know.
Maybe we're the jump scare this week. I don't know.
Yeah, we
I
are.
attached it. I guess
We are.
it didn't play.
Okay.
Anyway,
Aaron says
hi.
hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Normally we have 30 seconds to just like sit back and
Do our little like dancey
listen
dance.
to our
but
theme song. But yeah, anyway. Hi.
How's everyone feeling?
How's everyone doing?
A light. Better. How did we like the episode? Are we breathing? Are we stressed? How's it going?
A little bit of both.
Little bit of both.
Oh my god.
Let's see. I see Aaron and EJ and Cassie and Wick and Jill and Carter and Larissa. Hello, everyone. I thought I saw Alexa in here earlier. And Demi.
Yeah, she's here.
And Shadow at the very beginning. Yay. Hello, everyone. Well,
So
hi, AJ. Hi, Sallow.
I don't really know where to start because there was so much.
Here, let's just start. Let's just start here.
Why is
Why
the
is
sky
Buck-
blue?
Why is Buck staring at Eddie the whole time? Well, why not?
Fork found in the kitchen. It's a likely place for him to be.
He was
Or
in
what
action
he's
mode,
doing.
okay?
That's
fair.
He was wet. I think that's fair.
Is this the Eddie wet season?
The wet.
The season of wet Eddie. We love to see it.
We do. Yeah, I can't wait. I haven't gotten to see all of the post-episode stills, but I am excited to see what we get from the metro train scene. Because it was also like so dark in there. It was a little hard to
so
see.
Dark.
But
and
like,
it's so hard for
I was
me.
about to turn off my lights.
I love these episodes and I think the pacing's great. I think it's just so hard for my brain to pay attention to like all of the things happening and like actually absorb it all. So excited to watch it again to like notice all the things.
Yes.
Now that we have Nashville, I really wish they would like upgrade their helmets and put the last names on top.
Yeah.
Because I'm like
annoying
sometimes I
that
can't
Nashville has
tell. I'm
them.
like who's who?
We
Who
can't
is
see
this?
the back of their turnouts the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you just have to know the general shape of their heads and
like their how tall
and
they
shoulders
are.
and you know.
And
It's just
other
good to
thing,
like extra identification. That's
Yeah.
all. Mm-hmm. That works. Pardon me.
But yeah, I ended up being way more stressed out about the ground emergency than the space emergency, because like once they were like, oh no, we'll have contact with them because Nashville, and then the next place like they had that lined up and they were going to the space station, I was like, oh, and then I felt dumb that I didn't connect that was where they were going to end up. I was like, oh, I definitely because several times I was like, why did we start in the space station? And my brain just did not go
Connect.
rub the two brain cells together, Han.
No, I thought that was good, but I was also like, yeah, once they get in contact with Karen, they're gonna be fine. It's Karen.
Yeah.
She's got it under control as much as she can. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. And the metro emergency was so stressful.
Oh yeah, it was.
So stressful. Hi, Britt.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's the first amputation we've had
Since the fire captain from the 130.
Like I was thinking
It was the 133. It was Ronnie Cooper and Athena did it. Yeah.
I was also only thinking 118. I kind of forgot about Athena.
There was
hilarious.
There was so much like tsunami, like season 3 opening stuff happening there. I mean,
there was
water. It's gonna happen, but
there was also just like the fire of the falling debris
I know.
and the water.
There's so much going on.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah. Including the Buck accident callback from the end of season 2. I think that's gonna play a good part. We were talking as the episode was going on, and then just now before we hopped on here, and there are so many parallels to so many different things, and it's just like it feels so richly like incorporated with the previous seasons, and it's like we can point to so much and be like, it reminds us of this, but like in good ways, you know?
Yeah.
Not like they're reheating nachos or anything like that.
No, I don't think it's reheating nachos to just reference your own shit in a way that is like, hey, we remember what we did, and this is meaningful, extra meaningful because of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My God.
It also, Hannah, yes. That reminded us of Eddie and Shannon as well. There's just, I think I found there were a couple like other references, a couple stuck references. It also reminded me of the escalator call.
Yeah.
Like that kind of oof.
I think it reminded Syl and I more of Buck and Eddie and
817 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That also too.
Yeah.
Like again, there's just so much.
Because it's like, oh, you're trying to fix things, and like that was the whole problem, was like Buck wasn't opening up and talking about stuff, and he was just trying to fix things for other people. So they're like remembering the nachos fondly and making fresh queso.
That's actually a perfect way to describe
Stealing that to use from now on, actually.
Yeah. For real.
Yes. Our Nashville, the whole, it's both episodes in one reaction. It'll be up as soon as it's done processing. It takes a while after we're done.
Yeah. We had fun with that episode too. That was really enjoyable so far.
Yeah, I think that was their best one so far.
Yeah. Whoop liked that Lori referenced B-NATO. Sometimes you just got to remember these things that happen in the same universe. That was so funny. Britt said her watch went off. Her heart rate was so high during the episode.
That's so
I
funny.
believe it.
No, I was like, my nervous system needs to realize I'm not actually in danger. I was stressed the fuck out.
I mean, when the characters are as real to us as they are, like, technically.
It's hard. Yeah. I guess I'm in emotional danger, but I was like, we're not actually in like, we are not in space, and we are not getting our leg amputated. Can we please calm down?
That stuff's hard to take sometimes. Especially with Buck's face during that. Was just like, damn, that could have been me. I think that was definitely going through his mind.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much to pull from. I'm so excited about it.
That would be interesting. I don't think we've seen him follow up with the patient in a while. So
No.
that could be interesting. Sorry, Alexa said about the woman and the leg amputation, because like Buck was making faces and feeling obviously something about it. Like,
I'm
what
glad
if he
you guys
visits her
caught
in
that
the
because I couldn't
hospital?
see shit.
Yeah, I forgot. I was like, oh, I need to read this or still. It was like, what if he visits her in the hospital?
Yeah,
It's possible.
it's possible.
It's a Buck thing to do.
Or like he's
Could be
just
chimney though.
Could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really see Chimney go like beyond the glass doors very often.
No, but
either.
I think with how he's feeling and saying
Yeah.
could follow up with if they wanted to.
Yeah. And also, bringing it back to space, Athena telling Parker to calm his ass down. Oh my god,
I
it was
love
so funny.
Athena.
She's so done.
Yeah, she was all of us, because we were like, please shut the fuck up, like, the entire time, every time he opened his mouth.
Like, for his own safety, please.
Yeah, but also you're not helping. Please shut up.
Yeah. I really do hope that, you know...
Would love that, but I don't know.
Yeah, for Buck to see this happen, like, it might bring up some things for him. I don't know.
We've never got a follow-through of chronic pain for literally any injury anyone has had.
They all should have.
I don't have high faith in that, but I would love if they did.
Yeah.
Would love any of them being like, yeah, I have residual pain from any of the many near-death experiences I've
Totally
had.
fine. Yeah.
Yes. Me too, Carter. Buck wearing one compression sock and basketball scene. You were so special to me. All I have. And I don't even know if that was like a continuity thing or just an Oliver thing.
I think that was Oliver because it was on the wrong leg. I think.
Yeah, I think it was just an Oliver thing.
So, because I know he had an injury at some point. But...
Oliver has chronic pain. He wasn't even crushed by a fire truck.
There was so much going on in that episode. Oh my god. It was so good. So, I think also we can talk about how we were very like, it's not going to be a 4-part opening emergency. And we were like half wrong. Or half right. Whichever way you want to.
We're both. We were half
that.
wrong because the space emergency continues, and half right because the ground emergency is over. I assume it's over.
For the most part, I think.
I think for the most part, yeah.
So. But I'm still really looking forward to seeing how they conclude it. I think it is really interesting because they are like letting this space emergency breathe. Because there's no oxygen in space.
I already laughed at it once tonight.
I know, but some people didn't hear it, so I wanted to say it again.
She's like, I still hate it the second time. Yes, Jill, you were right.
Yes.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Hi, Hannah, with the excellent name. Same. So weird that we both have incredible names and chronic pain. I hate that for us, actually.
You're so similar in so many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I will do, like, backflips to not admit I'm wrong. Like, if I can do mental gymnastics, so, you know, this is recorded, too, so treasure it deeply.
Just gonna go back and watch that part over and over again for the next week.
So Paisley said May is going to be a paramedic ? We were kind of wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Syl specifically was
I'm thinking either nurse or medic, paramedic. I just thought it would be, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, at least this thing, but I just think it would be interesting to have, like, both of the Grant kids kind of, like, being mentored by, so, like, Harry's with Buck, and May could be, like, back with Eddie, because I think that, you know, that dynamic.
It would be cool.
You know, have it back, that'd be cool.
Yeah. That would be really neat.
And, like, they had, like, conversations, you know, like, deeper conversations. So it'd be cool to kind of have that dynamic back, but I don't think that's going to happen. And if I'm right, that'd be crazy.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I think we're thinking either, you know, going back to dispatch, and then this episode kind of opened up the idea of paramedic May.
Yeah.
Paramay. But
Paramay. I think like, it would be cool to have someone in the hospital, like, in the ER, but, like, both a nursing and a doctor, I think, is too long of a game to get her in there. Like, unless she's gonna work at, like, reception, which would just be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would do more.
Yeah.
She would have more impact and do more good, like, at Dispatch. Because she's already been there right away. She doesn't have to do any more, like, schooling necessarily. It would be interesting if she was going into being a paramedic and, oh my God, I did the same thing. Harry was going to be like, going into the academy to be a firefighter, and have them both be at the academy at the same time would be kind of interesting.
Yeah. Just what Alexis said, like, for expediency. They might join the fire academy at the same time, which would be cool. And I also think that, like, I'm leaning a little more like maybe they are going that way with her to be like a paramedic because of what they had her do in this episode, and just like the stark contrast of like her reaction to helping people who are bleeding out now versus what we saw in the season 3 opening emergency. And I know
because she's done it before.
Yeah, she's done it before, and she is, 6 years older, but it was just like night and day. Like she was just like, the bedside manner was on point. She was like, you're gonna be fine, and was completely calm, and just like took care of it without, I mean, she did call Maddie and got the help that she needed, because like she's not a medical professional, but she handled it so well, and it was so impressive. Athena.
It really was just like diving right into the action, helping where she needed to help. That really was reminiscent of the tsunami opener to me, where she had May there as well.
Yeah.
So she is her mom's daughter.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, I also just think it's like, I don't want to say ironic, but it is some kind of funny to me that they were like, yeah, May, stay here and with the kids and keep them safe and calm, and then they ended up triaging like dozens of people
and setting up like a field hospital sort of thing, which was also very Maddie-esque, right? And Maddie was doing kind of the same thing when she got like word of that, and
May was trained under Maddie, so makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be right back.
Go get your food.
Yes. Feed thyself. Also, what Hannah said, the Wilson kids did so good. Mara was a champ.
Yeah, at first I was like, Mara's way too young for this, and then I was like, oh, her trauma.
Her trauma. Denny was a trooper, but I don't think we're gonna see him going into the medical field.
No, he looks a little squeamish,
and that's okay.
That's fine. I would be too.
Maybe he can take after Karen and do science things.
Okay, so funny you should say this, Carter. You're gonna get so angry. I did math yesterday, I think. And they didn't actually give Chris a like age ray gun. They just made his birthday a little too early, but it's still correct. Because if you like count from season 2, where he's 7 and 8, and then in 3 he's 8 and 9, so like his birthday should fall somewhere in the middle of the season after the opening. So he should have been turning 14, like, not in the first episode. That was the mistake, but, like, he would have still turned 14 sometime in that season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was mostly actually consistent. He's just getting so old.
We haven't seen him yet this season.
I know.
I'm looking forward to it.
So sorry. I think I was watching, I forget what episode I was watching, but there was an age mention of Chris, and I was like, wait. And I was that gif of, the girl with all the numbers.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, actually, no, that's actually correct. Anyway. I don't know, but I know who else doesn't know, and it's the writers and Tim. Like, I trust them with everything else. But the ages...
And they get them close, I think.
Yeah.
But so like, ages and timeline specific dates and stuff, that's like the only thing that we're really like hand wavy about. Like, meh, we're gonna, our mental canon is correct here. So.
Yeah, because yours is inconsistent and therefore you are disqualified. Like, we will take
that's
that
really like the
away
only
from
thing.
you. It's the only thing, and it's like
so it's
a small
that
thing in the
bad.
grand scheme of the thing.
Yeah.
Grand scheme
so
of
like,
things, like...
So we're willing to just like, it's fine. Close enough. You know, round up, round down, whatever you want. It's close.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Larissa. Age in the show is measured
That's
by how
what I was
many times you
laughing at.
almost died.
I do
good.
not bear this curse, and I thank my ADHD for that. I think. I hate numbers. I will do them, like, if they will benefit what I'm doing for the podcast. Like, how many times Buck is in Eddie's NDE montage. But that's, I don't know. Math is not my thing.
Neither is it mine, unfortunately.
Everyone be... Okay, Jill said, you have to be hand-wavy about the timeline because otherwise someone would have wondered in canon why the fuck September and October are so cursed.
Truly.
No, like, all the
worst
like,
time of year.
no-named firefighters would be putting in their PTO.
Right?
Like, I just need to not be here from the middle of September to the beginning of October. No
it's
reason.
Like, why? No reason.
That's when my family vacation is. It's a 3-week vacation. Don't ask questions. Yes, I'm taking my entire year of leave right now.
And also being very careful around, like, March and April. Or, like, February, March. Somewhere around there. I would not want to be...
They actually haven't given Ryan any age on the show. I hate to break it to you. Alexa.
We were having that conversation.
Yeah. No, it's not. Show me the canon where they say Eddie's age. Where? No. Where did
That's
where did it ever say that they were the same age?
I feel like I've been summoned.
We've just assumed they were the same age. But yeah, we don't actually know. I assume that he's like the same age or like a year older.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, the canon that we created when we did our astrology episode is what it is. So that's what I'm going with.
I believe in the canon in my own head, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay. Rachel and I were trying to find this last night because we were like, they say he's 19 when Chris was born, right? We could not find him actually saying that. So if you know the reference, please tell us.
Please tell us.
Because otherwise
I really
we think
thought
this
that
is like a Mandela effect thing.
I thought it was like in there somewhere, but I don't remember which episode. So if someone can can research that for us, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, like if you can give us actual canon references to the age, please. Because
Alexa's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jill, I also swear I remember the 19 thing. I don't...
But here's the thing is, like, I think it might have just been fandom says it over and over again, and Fic says it over and over again.
Hearing it somewhere.
I thought I did too, but we looked in all the episodes that it would have been said, and it wasn't in the transcript.
Well, then it wasn't the episodes we were looking in. So,
all right.
I don't know. I still think it happened. Yeah, because of the Eddie and Shannon going to high school together. I think that was like
I'm starting to feel like that was
mostly implied.
Yeah.
Where
is that deleted scene? I need to see that deleted scene.
I know.
Because
I know 911 TV News has got to have it, but it's...
No, but it was floating around on Twitter very recently. That's why when we were talking about this yesterday, I was like, I know that they said that he met her at the lake during the summer, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
When?
Yeah.
This actually tracks knowing Maddie's age, because she is 9 years older than Buck. That's fine. But Eddie, show me the proof, because I thought we knew, then we tried to find the proof. To be fair, it was 5 a.m. No, 3 a.m. But still.
It was 3 a.m.
It was 3 a.m.
It wasn't that late.
It wasn't 5 this time.
But yeah, Maddie is canon because she was talking about Daniel and that Buck was born like a year or two after him or something like that. So, and there was like 6 or 7 years between her and Daniel. So, yeah. And we know that also because Buck said he was 26 in season 1.
Yeah.
So,
which is, I think, the only character that ever says their age than the kids.
Can we stop talking about math now?
Yes.
Let's talk about this episode. Brain is so tired of numbers.
I was just going to say, like, I don't think math should be allowed on the buddy system anything.
No, you said that before also, and we have a promo clip of it, and I don't remember where it's from.
I don't know. Except for when we do it for buddy purposes.
Yes, that's allowed. That's the only exception.
Whoop asks how we feel about Chimney's storyline in this episode.
Love it.
Loved it. I thought it was really not surprised. At first it was surprising that he wanted to to do the actual procedure, and then we were like, oh, this actually makes sense because he wants to be the one to be blamed if something goes wrong. And he also is like, so it's like a potential self-sabotage, but also falling on the sword for everyone else sort of thing, which is exactly what a captain is supposed to do. So it's kind of perfect. And it really, I can't tell you how much I loved hearing everybody just like call him Cap. Because I mean, I know they have to, because that's his position. But instead of like Chimney, it's Cap, and it just like that warms my heart so much. It's like a the fake it till you make it smile until like you're happy, and it's like if they call him Cap enough, eventually he'll believe it, right?
Yeah, I'm just really happy that the whole team is like very supportive of him being captain, even though he doesn't want to be it or doesn't feel deserving of it. I'm so happy that they're being very supportive of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of perfect. And exactly, one of the benefits of Chimney having been a paramedic is that he can do stuff like that. Because, like, Bobby couldn't do that because he was just an EMT. He wasn't a paramedic. So it's like, it actually gives Chimney, like, such a great leg up as well. Because he can do the whole thing. He can do all of it. Yeah. He's very well-rounded as a leader.
I really just loved how this episode, I mean, not that the other two didn't, but this one I feel like really demonstrated just like how good and natural of a captain he is. And I feel like the only time he hesitated was when he did start to think like, what would Bobby do? Which is like, was his downfall when originally he was like interim captain. Yeah. Because it was like, it shouldn't be what would Bobby do? Like, what will you do? Like, you need to be the captain your own way. So I think they're just really leading up and building like the arc for him to accept it.
Yeah, to like come into his own. Yeah. Larissa said something really great. That Chimney's such a good captain. Love him taking the best decisions while telling himself he's not ready. It makes space for such character growth. It really does. And when he finally like comes to the realization that, like, he can do this and he will do this, like, the realization that he can do it and the decision, because he has to make it an active decision to continue being the captain. I think that's going to be super, super great. I saw someone ask when we think, oh, that was Jill. When do we think the captain ceremony will happen? It seems like it would be mid-season-ish.
Yeah.
I would assume mid-season finale.
Yeah.
That
would make sense to me.
I would assume that they're going to, like, try and, like, tie that up and then leave some sort of emotional cliffhanger.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they do. I love emotional cliffhangers.
Me too.
Yeah.
Guys, you got to stop with the math. It's distracting the comments if we're supposed to move on.
Feel free to work that out on your own.
Sorry for bringing it up. I was trying to not talk about anything interesting while Syl was gone, honestly.
No, you just, like,
we opened the Pandora's box.
One of the controversial topics in this fandom.
Buddy system controversial. So yeah, I think Chimney's gonna do a great job. I can't wait for him to, like, realize that, because everybody else has already realized that, and it's just like he needs to stop asking what would Bobby do.
Yep.
And needs to start asking what would he do, because he's doing everything right.
Yeah, because I think it's like once you start to be like, what would this other person do? It's like you stop all creativity and, like, you know, the way that your brain works, which is good and smart. Like, we looked at all the other fixes he came up with in this opening emergency. Like, I think that, you know, he needs to learn that lesson again. Mm-hmm. Be alone. Sorry.
With that being said,
what does
Jill said, not gonna lie, I got a whiff of Captain Eddie in that moment when he made the amputation suggestion.
Listen, if we want to drag it out and have him give it up and then I don't think this is going to happen, but here, pipe dream, because I don't think I want, like, forever Captain Eddie, because I think it should be Chim, but I think it would be fun if Chim tries to skirt it for longer in the season and we get Captain Eddie and then we finally get Chim, like, towards the end of the season. Mm-hmm. I just want Captain Eddie.
I just want
as a treat.
Yeah,
for me, for us, and all of the Eddie girls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, for me.
No, for you specifically. Just you.
Okay, here.
No.
The promo didn't lie. Literally, the three of us listened to that promo several times, and we could not hear anyone yelling.
Yeah,
it was like Ravi was gonna be in more trouble, but
that's what we thought.
Yeah, but we did not hear, like, Buck or Eddie.
Yeah.
So,
if there's one takeaway you take from us, don't trust the next week promos.
Yeah, no. I
Do
think
not
I said
put
that.
stock in them. Like, it's completely fine and fun to kind of, like, take that and run with it, but also just, like, recognize at the same time
for it to not actually be there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, there are times when whatever is in that promo might not even make it into the final cut.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
It's very much like the Marvel movie trailer, like, situation where it's just like,
it's just supposed to, like, keep you on your toes to, like, bring you back in. So it's edited in a very, like, specifically almost misleading way, which is kind of fascinating, but you know, so don't trust the promos, but still have fun with it. You know, that's what we have to remember. It's like that. It may not happen, or it may not happen in the way that it looks like it's going to happen. So. And Jill is asking about that. Like, did Ravi falling make it into the ep and it was just too dark to see? Yeah. I'd have to go back and rewatch. I didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it either.
I felt like I was watching an episode of Daredevil during like half of that call. I was like, things are happening. There's shapes.
Yeah. I'm sure when we see it like in higher def as well.
Def on the screen, because like when I have it on my computer screen, it's a lot smaller. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, because we're watching it on like from you streaming it to us. Yeah. So like there is some resolution that gets lost there. But you know, I still think like a lot of the shots were really cool from what we could see.
Oh yeah.
Like, and it's so hard to light something like that too, you know? Like that's just gotta be a tough like problem solution sort of thing for the lighting people. But
all right, guys, I'm gonna pop in and out.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I can't eat.
You want to eat a sandwich on camera like I did?
Chicken nuggets.
That's
chicken
better
nuggets.
than a sandwich.
I know. I'll just unmute if I have something to say.
Okay. Yeah, I would not. I'm not going to put it up, but like I wouldn't worry about Athena.
No, she's gonna be fine.
She's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen with her and the last bit of the emergency next week is that's really going to work to kickstart her the rest of her arc, or kind of like close out this chapter so she can start like living again. And this is also where the title re-entry comes in.
Yeah,
so it's going to be like a literal re-entry into the atmosphere and Earth, but also like re-entering her life, and actually like being present instead of being so like mentally absent and everything. So I think Athena's going to be fine, but this is going to work to kind of make her have some realizations. Nothing like an NDE in space to make you realize a few things, right?
No, and I'm going to be so for real with you. Like, they're never going to tease, if they are going to kill a character, the actual character they're going to kill. They're going to do a, like,
red herring.
Everyone might not make it out alive. Like, who's no, like, it's never like you watch Grey's, you know how they do it. So it's never gonna be like, yeah, here's a promo where it looks like we might kill Athena and then she's dead. Like, that's not good promotional material. They're gonna put stuff that makes you go, oh my god, what happens? So you tune in. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, and Hey Buddy over on TikTok, Hey Buddy, also brought up, there was an episode still that they posted after the episode that seems like it's gonna be for next week by accident, where it had like spoilers, but not really spoilers, like Harry and May like holding Athena's hands, and it's not something that we've seen yet, so she's gonna be fine.
She's gonna be fine because we saw her, or we heard about her tasing a pumpkin.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah. Which I can't wait for.
Important work to do.
You know, just a regular day in Athena Grant's life. One day you're up in space. The next day you're tasting an inflatable pumpkin. You know, typical stuff.
Typical Athena Grant stuff.
Her life is a little wackadoodle. That just
sure is.
That is what it is, right?
When do you want to talk about this Patreon poll topic?
Oh, let's just do it now.
Wait, who won?
You know which one won.
No! I hate it here.
No, you don't.
Listen,
controversial.
I put up the poll topics, and then Syl was like, I need something else to win, because apparently there was controversy in the fandom that I didn't see about this.
Controversy?
Like, I don't... Sorry. They're theories. They shouldn't be controversial. Like, we don't know what's happening. We have no context for it.
Not yet. So... just for everyone who doesn't know, over on our Patreon, if you're a member of our Buddies with Benefits or Best Buddies tiers, you can vote on topics for us to talk about in our live streams that we put up every week. And there's usually like 4 options, and you can choose what we address first. Sometimes we get to some of the other stuff as well. So what was the topic that one?
It was just Buck, Eddie, and Ravi scene theories, because like we got the BTS of it, and then Anirudh teased the scene too, and was just like, it's just, I forget the wording, but it was like, it's just 3 guys hanging out.
Yeah. So I think that was with Anirudh did an interview with Rachel Forch. She was previously with Screen Rant. Now she's doing a series on YouTube. I think it's called Back to Broadcast.
Yeah.
It was a really nice interview. It was like about half hour long. If you guys want to check that out, it's really good. And he was talking about, I think her question had something to do with Ravi's relationship with Buck and anything regarding that and Eddie, because, you know, they're kind of a awkward trio there. And he said something's going to be coming up. And it's not going to be emergency related, like between like a scene with the 3 of them, and it's not going to be emergency related, just a couple guys. So what do we think it could be?
It could be literally anything. We have literally nothing to go off of.
I know.
What I want it to be is the 3 of them hanging out, and we get reverse weirdness where like Buck and Ravi have all these inside jokes, and Eddie is kind of feeling on the outside and feeling weird about it.
Yeah,
he won't
so it
act
would be
like a fucking insane person about it the same way Buck does.
Yeah. but it would be like a reverse to how Buck was feeling in the first episode.
Yeah.
And just kind of
he
like
could do, like,
getting
little snarky comments here and there.
I mean, it's Eddie.
Brand. Yeah.
I mean, he's always
sassy.
He's always gonna do a snarky comment. I just, like, I'm picturing the treasure hunt episode when he's teamed up with Buck and Taylor against his will, and they're at Buck's loft, and he's like, "Go team!" like in the background, drinking his beer.
Yeah. I'm still kind of holding out a little bit for this idea of like a speed dating event that one of them drags the other 2 to go to. I don't really have a preference which one is the instigator in this situation. I just think that would be so funny.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that would be like a great thing for like re-entry if that's in the next episode, but it could also not be in the next episode. I kind of doubt it now.
I think I'm less sure of it being any kind of date/speed dating thing. I think it is probably just the 3 of them hanging out, and maybe it devolves in some way where Buck hooks up with someone. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it'll really happen, but like, I would love it if it did.
Yeah.
So.
I think because of the wording that we've gotten from like Oliver saying how like Buck isn't looking to date anyone, and Anirudh just saying like it's just 3 guys hanging out, I was like, okay, I think I'm off.
So it's nothing.
The speed dating train completely. Like, would love to see it.
Which I'm totally happy to do with, because we haven't actually really seen Eddie and Buck and Ravi just like hanging out. We've seen, you know, Buck and Ravi try to hang out, and you know how the dynamic between, you know, Buck and Eddie is now, because we haven't really seen them outside of work yet in this season, and how that changes or is added to with, you know, extra factor being Ravi, and how they all bounce off each other in that way.
Yeah, and there's just so many ways it could go. Like, it could be about Ravi and not about Buck and Eddie more than what we're thinking. I don't know how, but it could. It could be more about Buck or Eddie than what we're thinking. like one of them and not the other. It could be more about both of them, where like maybe
maybe
yes, that's what I was just gonna say, kind of. Which is like they're kind of having a normal time, except Buck keeps making random digs about like Hen and Eddie being close, and then we also get Eddie making his little barbs like anytime they say an inside joke and don't explain it or whatever. So
yeah. I would love to just see like what like Ravi thinks of just observing the two of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could also be about Ravi in the way where, like, he goes out to hang out with them to, like, get closer, you know, as friends. And then he ends up, again, ditching because he's just like,
you guys are too much.
I gotta go.
I've got places to be, man.
Like, I can't deal with this.
Yeah. Either way, I think it's going to be really fun, whatever it ends up being. 'Cause like we also love anything that has more Ravi.
I think the way I could see it being about Ravi is if it's kind of a revisit in some kind of way that something's going on with him and they take Ravi out to cheer him up about something. You know. And then it's less about Buck and Eddie being weird.
Yeah. I think it has potential, whatever it ends up being.
I'm sure we're gonna love whatever it is, but we literally have no clue. So don't get married to any idea. Like,
yeah, no,
we're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, and like I agree with Jill. Like I also have to see. Like she wrote a comment like further up. Like I would also just have to see like what Eddie's mental state is, or not mental state, but like just what's going on with him.
Yeah.
So, and we kind of, we still haven't really gotten that unless he's just chilling. He's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
for now.
Once the emergency, the big emergency is concluded, just to like check in with everyone and see really where everyone's like headspaces are.
What's the episode that we have the script with the gym scene? Is that also 906?
We don't know.
And this is like the math question.
No, well, the script
asking what episode things are in is like math, okay?
Well, it was also just like the bottom of the script, so it's not. It didn't say the title.
It didn't say. We didn't see the top where it says. Okay.
Yeah, I would probably put it at 906, but
okay. I mean, it's
I've
the only
kind
one
of
that
given
makes
up
sense at this point.
Yeah, I've kind of given up at this point, just like trying to figure out which episode is which airing. Order. I'm just like, whatever comes our way.
I'm proposing one
great.
more idea, I think, and then we can move on unless you guys have more ideas, for what it could possibly be. If that scene is also in the same episode as this, where they're out, they're doing their thing, whatever situation is happening, and things are, like, mostly okay, but, like, Buck dishes them to hook up with someone. And then we get the gym scene, and, like, we might get... I always just want the camera to pan to Eddie feeling some kind of way. Or making some kind of, like... But I didn't know you could bring a date to a bachelor party comment. You know what I mean? I didn't know that you could hook up at boys' night. Something... You know what I mean?
Yeah. So interesting.
But I would assume if they're in the same episode that the three of them going out would
proceed.
Yeah.
Like earlier in the episode, probably.
You're welcome. It's probably not what happens, but that's the best, most educated guess I can make right now based on the nothing that we have.
Which is totally fine. We love kind of knowing nothing. We love to theorize.
I do love knowing
but we also
nothing.
love knowing nothing.
Yeah.
Or like having just like the littlest sliver of like something to bounce off of, and then it's like, oh, it could be this or this or that or that.
Yeah.
And of course, not being married to any of it.
Yeah.
Just being open-minded for whatever comes our way and having fun with it. That's what headcanons are about, right?
Yeah. And then there's also fan fiction for all the avenues that they don't take, so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love, like, I didn't know you could bring a date to a bachelor party redux. Like, give me some kind of
sass.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I thought it was just gonna be us guys. Do you hear yourself when you talk, Edmundo Diaz?
He does. And he carries on. What Demi said, thinking that Eddie has something major going on with him because he's jumping off bridges, very gung-ho about the leg thing, wondering if there's something there about having to save people after Bobby.
I agree with that.
I said that in the episode that came out today, actually.
Yeah, you did. So, smart thinking, both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, you know, like, Eddie's usually, I think he starts off the season, like, well, except for last season, but, like, at least from, like, season 7, he starts up, it's fine, and then it's, like, it's not. So you kind of just, like, you know, you ease into, like, where he is at mentally, so, like, yeah, I can see that, because, like, I still don't think, like, the whole guilt of not being there has been resolved.
Yeah, I think that's plaguing on him, so he's kind of like overcorrecting in certain ways by doing, and I think we talked about this in the episode that came out today, our season 9 episodes 1 through 2 special, if you haven't listened already, where it's like he's overcorrecting almost in a similar way that Buck did at the end of season 4, where Buck was like, you know, going up on that tall rig thing, and doing it because he didn't want anybody else to get hurt. So that was the thing that he could do. And Eddie is doing very Buck-esque things in an Eddie way. So I think that's kind of along the same train of thought there.
Yeah. I also think I like continued that thought into the Buddy section and was like, maybe possibly this would be subconscious. He is, I think we're seeing this as a theme this season, which makes sense, which is like, I can't lose anyone else.
Yeah. Major theme. Yes.
Yeah. And even though we haven't like seen Eddie like say that directly, we like definitely
we're seeing it.
So like maybe some subconscious part about him is like, I'm gonna put myself into the situations that Buck would, even though that's not my job anymore because I'm a paramedic, because then he'll be safe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ooh, Jill, interesting.
That depends what you mean by a proper buddy combo.
Like,
because those left the building.
Because I know that was such a big thing last season, and then they finally had a conversation in 8/17, but it wasn't about them. That wasn't really a no, that wasn't a conversation. That
was a marital dispute.
Yeah. Jill says literally just a one-on-one.
Oh, one-on-one? I don't think we're gonna see it. I think it's purposeful. I don't know. Like an actual one-on-one, and they're actually talking about something that matters.
Could be 905. I mean, we are dealing with...
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
Those weren't those.
Yeah. I think if it were to happen in 9A, that would be the episode, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen, because they're still doing that, like, purposeful separation thing that they were really, like, honing in on last year. Like, confessions. They did not, like, speak words to each other the entire episode, and they were, like, right next to each other the majority of the episode. So I can't help but think that is, like, very purposeful.
My brain is just so used to them not actually talking alone like having real conversations anymore, that I just have not pictured conversations for 905.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they could talk in that episode. Crazy. Will they? Remains to be seen. Will someone always magically be there as a buffer?
Probably.
That's my guess.
Yeah, because there's tension there, and you want it to keep building up, and you don't want to like deflate it too soon. So, especially with whatever they're going to be doing with that, because it is purposeful.
Yeah, this is the reason why they can't have a one-on-one to talk about anything like that isn't just like, oh, you're moving away, I'll miss you, because it's like that conversation was weird and charged.
Yeah.
And that was the last like actual conversation they had, and it wasn't even it was just like weird, awkward. I said a thing to you and you said I know, and then I shoved my face into your neck and watched you drive away. Like,
yeah, because that was the last time that they were talking about, you know, themselves and their friendship and their relationship, and nothing outside. So like 817 doesn't really count because they were talking about all of like the outside factors that were affecting them personally. So when you look back at that U-Haul scene, and it's just like, there's something weird here that is still unspoken. So someone has to break that tension, I think, within themselves first, before we can see that broached, or either broached between them, or just like then once someone has like a realization of some sort, leaving that open, then it's like, then they have a conversation and the audience is so viscerally aware that tension is even heavier weighing on it, because we know that this character, one of them, is feeling a certain type of way about something regarding them, right?
Don't forget the thing that's messy and hard between them. How could we forget? I wish Eddie were real so I could get him in a room and be like, what is the thing between you that's messy and hard? Is it friendship? It would have just been easier to say that, but okay. Watching the U-Haul scene feels like falling down the stairs. Yes.
Wait, why is that so accurate?
It's like you get to it and you're like, I know how to walk on stairs. Why was that so weird? Why did that happen?
Just one of those things. Oh my god, Asha. Exactly. 817 was literally about how they don't talk. And they still haven't really talked as far as we know. It is just so intentional. Yeah. I know. I love it. It's so interesting because
it's on purpose. Yep.
Yeah. Because one of like the classic writing things is you have to keep characters apart, because if they're not being like purposefully kept apart, what's stopping them from, getting together, understanding feelings, all that jazz, and they're slow burning it. So they have to like space that out longer.
Larissa said that weird exchange after the alien jump scare, I did this, never said you didn't, is just how they've been dealing with stuff. Assuming not talking, then talking weirdly. Separate. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so interesting. It's just so interesting because it's like, it's even weirder, and it in some ways, but also not as weird, because like if they were still partners, I think you'd be able to tell that something was majorly different, because they wouldn't be like normal attached at the hip, and you'd be
but
like,
because they're being forced apart.
Yeah. But they're not really.
No.
They still work together all day.
I know, but it's not attached at the hip, so it's different and weird for them.
Yep. But it's less noticeable, I guess. for neither of them, well, we don't know for Eddie yet, but for Buck to look deeper and be like,
yeah,
why are things so weird? He's back here and things are normal. Things shouldn't be weird. But he doesn't have to do that introspection because he's just like, they just started working together. He's so stupid.
Hi, Irving. Cassie. Yes, the classic Castiel problem. They just don't talk. Because if they talked, they would have to address things.
Yep.
And what fun is that?
But currently he sleeps in the abyss. As far as we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have nothing to picture his house by other than that there's an attic.
I'm so curious about this house. I want to see this set so bad. I've never wanted to see a set so badly.
Especially because Oliver teased that, like, it looks more
Buck-ish.
like, yeah.
And I'm like, but what does that look like? Because we never really seen it. Because when he moved into Eddie's, he just took a lot of the stuff from the loft. So,
yeah.
And he made it look almost exactly like Eddie's with his furniture. So,
yep.
What does Buck's place look like? Is so intriguing to me. What?
I'm not far enough in my season 4 rewatch to remember what they did in COVID. We only just we're gonna record 402 on Saturday, so what were they doing in season 4? They weren't really. Yeah.
It's coming back to you now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like kind of keeping them apart a little bit,
right.
Which I think was also kind of purposeful there. Jill said we need to go back to Cassie's comment. I must have missed that. Where did that go? I don't see it. Here, I'll just put this one. Cassie, if you
That's that one.
Oh yeah.
No,
I got
circle
it.
back to oh, thank you. Cassie's currently gay Eddie maxing due to the 4-part emergency. Since the Day of the Dead episode is now directly after the opening emergency, just like Buck bothered, bewildered. Listen, they have a precedent. So
I would love to gay Eddie Max for this early in the season, but I must protect my sanity.
I'm with Han on that one.
yeah.
Do I think we could get some breadcrumbs? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would make sense if we got something.
Yeah.
And okay, here's what I think, and it's really like a hedging our bets sort of thing. I do feel like we're going to get a pretty sizable, like, here you go sort of thing. I don't know if it's going to be like the most textual or if it'll be a little more subtle and subtextual allusion to, you know, there's stuff going on with Eddie that he hasn't necessarily figured out yet, and then have that kind of be strung along for the rest of 9A, maybe part of 9B. That would be fine. So I don't necessarily think that we're going to get, oh my god, yes, gay Eddie in Dias de los Muertos.
Listen,
but I think we're going to get something
if I
to
knew
help that
like
along.
Eddie and Hen had a scene at his or her house that was just the two of them, I'd be way more open to clowning a little more about that. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be pretty happy, I think, with whatever we get, because, like,
yeah,
we know it's an Eddie-focused episode. We also know that Buck is going to be a focus in there too. So, I mean, AB storylines sounds great to me. Sounds like a good time. I'm down.
Same. So didn't they shoot this before they shot the opening emergency?
Actually, I think someone had metadata for from the stills, so they did shoot the opening, the first episode that week when they came back.
Okay,
but
some of it,
most of it. But I feel like, I don't know, they did shoot Dia de los Muertos somewhere in like early August, mid-August.
I was also looking at the metadata on the stills as well, and there's like a couple times there's like a few days missing between those. Now, that's not to say they take and release stills that they took every single day, so that's not a big red flag. But I think at one point I saw there were like a couple days in between, like one thing and another, like maybe 3 to 5 days, and there was another instance of that as well. So like at some point we're gonna have to go through the metadata and a calendar and be like doop doop, like
oh my god,
like crazy people. I'm tired. I don't want to do that right now. But like, it is interesting to me once we get like more of the stills, and I want to be like, now this is how they did that filming, block filming thing, you know?
Yeah. Someone asked a question that I was going to put up, and now I lost it.
Oh. Found it?
We talked about this in our season 9 preview.
We have a wish list.
We hope they do something special, but we don't have a lot of faith that is the case.
It's just going to be a fun thing for us, you know?
Yeah.
Like Eddie's 100th episode was just a fun thing for us.
Yeah.
And I think we have episode 118 at some point this season, but I don't remember
where it landed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be early on, because...
How many do we have right now?
I don't remember. I'm done doing math. Oh, Jill said it already happened in season 8. Never mind.
Oh.
We're at 127 right now. See? Okay. I'm banned from numbers for the rest of the night.
No more numbers and chat.
No more numbers. Don't hurt my brain.
Kato on Instagram said, I wonder if 9B will have a bunch of 2-parter episodes like 8B. Unclear. My thought was that was kind of like, oh, we had this cool emergency, but then we had to kind of like wrap up the Bobby stuff, and then that was like an accident. Or it could be that the new network wants more
emergencies,
couple part emergencies, because I think it keeps viewers coming back for that. So I don't know. I think whatever ends up, like, if they do it again, that might be like a new precedent.
Yeah, it's kind
that
of
they're
like,
setting.
Like, I guess I'm thinking about it like I guess in the GA's perspective, because like, I don't know, some members of the GA are probably not here for those like really personal storylines between characters, and they're like, oh my god, did you see what happened on 911 yesterday? They battled with I don't know, throw something in there, insert crazy fucking things so everyone can like talk about it for like the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So
yeah, killer robot surgeon thing. Exactly.
I'm okay with 2-parters. I'm even okay with the 4-part. I'm not even mad at the 4-part opening. No. As long as you're giving me good storytelling, I'm not going to complain.
And they've been really good. And I really think they've been really good with this 4-parter emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're sprinkling lots of little things here and there. And I enjoy those like threads that I know they're going to keep following up later.
Yeah. I really feel like they have been throwing in a lot of great character moments for kind of everyone so far. And really especially... Sorry, what?
I'm just going to say, I think it's really setting up where everyone is going for the rest of the season 2 in a way that the opening emergencies don't always do, because normally they're kind of more focused on a couple characters.
Yeah. And... Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, I was also going to say they're also bringing up a lot of things from past season, like in the text, like when Harry was talking about, you know, taking care of people and like being good Samaritans and doing good for others while they're worried about their mom is something that their dad taught them to do. Yeah. And that was all the way back in season 2. Like the beginning of season 2. So I really love that we're seeing kind of this trajectory of characters from point A to where they are now to like kind of how they like the path that they might take moving forward. So I think it's really good storytelling. I really like this 4-parter. I would hesitate to think that it would be like the new normal. I think just because this is such a big and very different kind of emergency that it does need that extra room.
And I think they were really trying to think out of the box of like, not only how can we up ourselves, how can we up the stakes, but also how can we get people hooked who are bad that Bobby's dead and have them for like, we'll still talk about it because like obviously the character's still grieving, but like how do we have them have fun and enjoy the show again?
Yeah.
And I think they're doing a bang up job. They're doing such a great job. Alexa said story arcs haven't been breathing as well in season 7 and 8, especially 7 because it was 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're being given that room in season 9. Agreed.
Yeah. And I think that was something also with season 8 and all of the multi-parts that, you know, I think there are ways to balance having more multi-part emergencies and have it reflect more of the characters' stories, which it didn't necessarily, like their characters' stories to where they are at that point in time. And I think this emergency is doing that.
They're justifying the 4 episodes too. Like, I remember watching the opening for season 7 and being like, why is this 3 episodes? And it was, I think Tim was like, yeah, it was just like we were writing it and we needed more space for it. And it's like, okay, in a full season, fine, give it room to breathe. But like, I think that did affect like the rest of the storylines for the rest of that shortened season. Cause then instead, you know, of like 8, they only had 7. And I would much rather like have everything be spaced out and, you know, address a bunch of different things with all of the characters than have the situation in like episode 18 when we thought it was going to be this huge emergency for most of the episode and that it was not. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I think they're finding the balance here.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing a really good job, so, yeah. I don't mind it.
I think, like, at least with season 7, I feel like, to kind of defend it a bit, which is strange for me, like, I feel like we're gonna have, I feel like if they didn't do the 3 episode thing, then they're gonna have a situation where it's like a 2 episode thing, kind of like season 4, and as you know right now, I'm not enjoying it. I did not enjoy that emergency. So, like, I feel like, yeah, it's dragged on, but I think because of the network move and they were trying to get all those viewers back, you know, on the ship.
Yeah. Literally.
Literally. So that's the only way I can see why they did that, and then also, like, giving it room to breathe, so.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that makes sense. Aw. Paisley says the cruise opener is what got them into 911. So always love it for that. Listen, I think the cruise opener had its moments.
It did.
And I've only, granted, I've only watched it once as well.
I watched it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once. And Jill's like, Sil, you're a mudslide anti?
Hell yeah. Now I am. I wasn't before.
It was funny when we were watching.
Like, there's some good. Wait, hold on. I mean, there's some good stuff. There's some good. Yeah, Rachel, I'm sorry. There's some good stuff. Good character work, like, you know, with Chimney and Buck and Chimney and that kind of stuff. But it was too long. I mean, not too long. I guess just not enough because it didn't focus on everyone. I think it had little moments for people, but it was just kind of like,
yeah.
And also, like, it focused a lot on the COVID stuff, which we were already living.
Yeah.
Through that.
I think I enjoyed it more on the first watch. I think the thing for me that's making it painful for me is how long it's taking us, because we have to alternate weeks in the rewatch. How long it's taking us to get to 404 and 405, which is all I want to fucking talk about. So I'm like sitting here watching like 401 and 402 over and over again, like, oh my god.
Is it 403 and 404?
Get there.
Doesn't it start in 403? The Buck Begins stuff doesn't it start in 404?
4.
I thought
405 is Buck Begins.
Oh, okay.
Haha. It's not just me with the
No, you contagious. It's spread to her.
For some reason I have like some sort of mental block.
You do.
With remembering that Buck Begins is in season 4, episode 5. I always say like 504. It is not that.
It's 404 for some reason.
Well, it kind of
is because it
sets it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. EJ, no. Buck Begins was season 4. I have been corrected so many times.
Wait, what season did you think it was?
5. I thought it was episode 504. I just kept switching it. Because it's 405. I don't know why. It just, my brain, again, enough with the numbers.
This is my biggest complaint, actually. Like, I know why they did it, because marketing and getting GA to watch, but it's like, it's making me suffer a little bit, because I'm like, I'm not invested in these characters. You need to do that first before you like have a giant 3-part opening emergency.
Did like, Nashville have? I'm not Nashville. Sorry. Did
Lone Star in season 1? I was just about to ask that.
I don't know. Actually, Jill or
Alexa.
Or Alexa. Can you report if Lone Star in season 1 started with a big opener before like you knew the characters yet?
Yes, the answer is yes. So they just found the formula that works for them. So that's
okay.
Yeah. So like, I think it works. The Nashville opening emergency operates differently. I think it's mostly supposed to get you in that world, and introduce the angle that it's taking, which is more of a like soap drama sort of thing, rather than and like introduce you to the main drama, which is you know, Ryan and Blue and their dad and their moms and all of that stuff. Some of the moments in those emergencies I don't think have as much gravitas as they do in 911, because we don't know those characters. So it's not that it feels like disingenuous. It's just like not quite as earned yet, but like it does kind of put you very much in that world very quickly. Like, yes, like if you're coming from OG, yes, this is the kind of world we know and will come to expect, with a little bit of a twist, right? So like, I'm not mad at it, but I'm very intrigued to see more like what they do with the characters and some of the characters that we haven't really gotten to focus on, namely Taylor and Roxy, after this emergency concludes for Nashville.
like, I know season 1 isn't perfect at introducing everyone either, because you don't get a lot of Chim and Hen. But, like, by the end of episode 1, I know a lot about everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot. So, hard to say because it didn't start in season 1, but I feel like that would have me more invested if, like, a situation kind of like that had played out other than the 3-part emergency. Because, like, I'm just starting to, like, slightly care about the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
no, the first 2 episodes were kind of rough for me.
Yeah.
I liked the second more than the first.
Well, yeah.
And I like this one more than
the
second. Yeah. And then Paisley, the Don Hart NDE in episode 2 is actually hysterical.
The way he falls.
Yeah, like, I know people have been like, oh my god, they're reheating
and the CGI of the
nachos.
lightning was actually just so hilarious.
It's funny to me. Like, it's... I think they purposely kind of, like, played their hand with that very early on, because I think the driving force in that show is the drama, the family drama of it all. And so what better way to kind of, like, throw Blythe and Dixie back into each other's, like, worlds even more.
Orbit.
Yes, orbit. Sorry. Thank you. So I think it's gonna be fun. It's very, like, Dallas. Yeah, very soapy in a way that's enjoyable. Excuse me. Pardon me. Let's see what else. Carter having hot take of the evening.
That is a hot take.
Season 1.
Season 1 is my enemy because there's no Eddie and there's Abby.
Yeah.
Your favorite one is season 4.
I don't feel comfortable ranking them accurately without rewatching 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm. I know. 5 and 6 is our blind spot collectively.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I've just rewatched 5.
Yeah, still just did. I've rewatched some episodes from season 4, like,
5
numerous
and 6
times, but I don't think I've really rewatched much, like, most of 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at all.
6 is gonna be rough, I think, depending on I don't know, like, some of the, obviously there's some good episodes, and then there's just, I don't know what that season is.
It's a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
5 I have a new appreciation for sure.
Yeah. And I haven't rewatched those, so gonna have to at some point. That way we can make better parallels. Our little red string corners. Larissa. Smackdown, the tornado off. B-NATO versus Fire NATO. What are you picking? I don't know, actually. B-NATO.
Yeah, because I don't want an actual tornado that's on fire coming at me.
Yeah, I'd pick B-NATO.
I'm picking B-NATO too.
I feel like it's easier to take cover with that.
Do you want thousands of bee stings, or do you want to be crisped and flung in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
B-NATO. Totally. Takes the cake. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're...
I know, I'm like, what is she...
Jill said that 5 is her favorite season, and she was like, I know that's a hot take. And Alexa was like, we might have to fight. again, I haven't rewatched 5 recent enough to be able to say, but definitely I don't think it would be my favorite.
I think I'll have
the one thing it suffers, I think, is the serial rapist.
Yeah.
I can't do
yeah.
that. But I think everything else is pretty much
solid.
okay. Yeah.
I mean, Eddie's storyline, like...
Yes, exactly.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
And I do kind of like the blackout. I think that poses, like, interesting problems that they have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an interesting emergency. I just don't know why we had to do all that. But yeah.
And we'll never know. But that's okay.
Yeah, whenever we get to those episodes, I don't know. I might just let you talk about it.
I'll have stuff to say.
Of which
Yeah.
episodes?
We'll have
Sorry.
stuff to say.
The serial rapist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel, that's on you.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
It's okay. I'll find stuff to say.
No, I'll probably say some stuff too. That's when I usually talk. I'll just make something up.
Yeah, you'll be good. You always make something interesting.
No.
Hello, Eddie Begins. Birth metaphor.
Let it die.
No, that was all you, bro. It was so good. And now everyone's fighting in the comments. Not really fighting, I'm kidding. I know, I feel like I can't really accurately say which ones between, like,
Yeah.
5 and 6 that... I mean, I think I have kind of a different take on some of the stuff from 6 than Han does, I know for sure. But... but I have to, like, rewatch it to... I know! But I have to rewatch it to, like, really formulate my thoughts. I think about that happiness convention from early on in season 6 so often.
Gaslight yourself the same way Buck does in some of his storylines, where he's like, I had growth, and I'm like, bro, you went nowhere. And you're like, yeah, he developed, he learned this lesson, and I'm like, no, he didn't. He thinks he did, but he didn't.
I think there's something to be said for him thinking that he did.
That's called gaslighting yourself.
Oh my god.
Your therapist wouldn't recommend it. Neither would I.
So 6 will be interesting when we get there. Oh man. You have to show us what you were laughing at.
I was just laughing at Alexa going, literally Han, literally Team Ham here, except for in another light.
Respectfully disagree.
That's the thing, though, is I love that episode because he actually does learn a lesson. He does actually learn a lesson, and that's why I actually really love it, and it moves me, and I cry every time.
Yes.
I can count on one hand the amount of times he's actually learned a lesson that he thought he did.
Cassie said she loves the season 3 opener. However, the first half of season 3 is so cringe. The secondhand embarrassment is awful. Secondhand embarrassment for what? The lawsuit stuff?
No, that's not... Oh, the first half. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because the second half of season 3 is just depression.
Depression.
Yeah.
It's so good. They're good stories. It's good storytelling, but oh my god.
It was so ready to be
needed
done.
it needed more levity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carter, keep that shit to yourself.
Oh, no.
Love you. Love and light.
Oh, I'm ignoring that.
You have to keep that opinion to yourself for us to continue to be friends.
Ooh. You didn't see the light
everyone's
with our 5-hour
spicy.
episode?
Everyone is spicy.
Everyone's spicy
Everyone
tonight.
showed up tonight. Fight.
Like, geez. It's entertaining, though. Like, you're entertaining us.
Yeah, this is a live stream of us reading our live stream comments. The arguments in our live stream comments.
Just everyone having hot takes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this was the problem too, EJ, is like even the things that were like supposed to be hopeful and great, we were like, except he's dead now. So everything was like
It was
painted.
like every episode.
Yeah.
Too. And I tried hard not to like harp on the Bobby thing.
Yeah.
But everything reminded me of Bobby.
Everywhere I look, I just see his face.
Yeah, quite literally. Because he was in the
Literally
episodes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, him dying. Him in the casket.
like Fallout.
6 feet of
Fallout was particularly rough. And I love that episode so much. And it was just like, oh, you know?
Cassie, the whole arc where Maddie stalks the woman is the arc that makes me go, her and Eddie would actually be great friends. Because they're both adjacent flavors of crazy, I feel. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like they could go to lunch and just be like, this one time I stalked a woman. Yeah, this one time I dated, but not dated the doppelganger of my dead ex-wife. Anyway.
So chill.
They could
So
bond
casual.
over that.
Watched any good
Bond
movies
over-
lately? Like,
Not Vertigo.
yeah.
Yeah. And then she said, and that running concurrently with the lawsuit was a lot. Yeah, the Buckley siblings were just not making the best decisions in early, in 3A. I can't blame them.
I love
but
the
also,
lawsuit arc.
No, it's so entertaining.
I love the lawsuit arc. I just,
It was
I
so
don't know.
short-lived.
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
No, like, I actually, Carter, I could, her and Eddie would explode each other with their minds, but in a best friend way. Two crazy bitches snapping and saying exactly. Like, they would try to out-crazy each other. Like, what is, in Deadpool, where, they, like, out-trauma each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they would do that.
That would make sense. Yeah.
I think it'd be funny.
And, like, Kenny's here. Hi, Kenny. On TikTok. One of the things, or one of the reasons that...
Sorry, I don't know why. Never mind. That's not ever happening though. So.
No. I know exactly where your brain went.
Jump scare.
No, what was I saying?
Kidding. Don't change your name.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why they don't have Eddie and Maddie like talk to each other is like they'd just be like trying to one up each other's like crazy. The other half is like they'd be talking about Buck and Maddie would be like, whoop, should have had a V8, you know? Like get it together.
I think they should get, like, white girl wasted on wine together.
I would love to see that. Karen can be there too.
Yeah.
It would just make sense. And be so wonderful.
I hope this book club thing actually is something and not nothing.
You know what? We should start a betting pool, Jill. This is a great... a great question. Which is more likely to happen sooner? Maddie and Eddie scene or a proper buddy conversation?
Ooh. That is interesting.
I actually want to say a Maddie and Eddie scene. Because it seems like they're giving us the like never before seen or rare combos.
The rare pairs.
The rare platonic family pairs, yeah. Which I love and I hope they keep doing because I need it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best part about having an ensemble show is you get so many different dynamics between the main cast of characters and how they interact with each other differently in their different relationships. Yeah. It would be so good. And would that conversation be about Buck? Yeah, most likely. Could it not be?
Parenting.
Parenting.
Parenting. Could Maddie sprinkle a little bit of her, like, the universe will give you someone special to Eddie because I think he needs it?
Yeah.
I would be down with that.
Yeah.
You know. But like we were saying with them keeping Buck and Eddie separate, they are keeping Maddie and Eddie separate as well because what would they talk about? So, I get it. I would love to see that though. I think that would be so much fun. There's no way they'd waste that first 2D convo on anything other than Buck or Buddy stuff.
I don't know. They could. Because we
like
could
a way to ease in.
Imagine we get like a BTS or a still of it and we lose our minds and then they're just talking. They don't even mention Buck.
It's happened before.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't put it past them, honestly.
No.
And then like, tee-hee-hee, joke's on us. Seeing everybody spiral about it, but like... And honestly, also, I would have to respect that.
So funny if like if there's still the distance between Buck and Eddie, and then like Buck has to hear that he went and hung out with his sister
without him,
and then he gets to be jealous there. That would be really funny to me.
And then it would be what, like he's jealous. Oh my god, just so much jealousy. It's so funny.
My Max experiences.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that out loud, so I just say Maddie and Eddie, because...
I say 2D.
But then I'm like 2D, 3D, like 40X.
It's cute. Yeah, Kenny also said 2D is happening faster than or before serious buddy conversation. I'd be willing to bet on that. Yeah. So when that comes, it's going to be really interesting. Especially, I think that'll be really cool depending on where Maddie and Eddie are in their arcs.
Protect the ankles. Actually would be hilarious if like Buck if they hang out and then Buck is over at Maddie's when he finds out that she hung out with Eddie and Chimney just walks by and is like, watch your ankles. Like which is something he would say.
Yeah.
He would. And she'd be like, what? Or she would know.
No, she knows.
No, she knows. Because Chimney would also tell her.
She has a mental Rolodex of all the weird shit her brother has done around Eddie. Like,
And she's been keeping and updating that Rolodex since season 2.
Yeah.
Can't wait for her to be able to just, like, take out that whole binder, slap it on the table, and be like... On this day in 2019, like, you were weird about Eddie for this reason and this reason, and you talked about him for 20 minutes.
Carter said, honestly, the sheer fact that nobody's ankle has broken in the past 6 months, growth. Is it growth, or just have they not been playing group sports together?
Which is growth. It is growth.
I don't know. If we see a scene upcoming with a group sport, watch out.
Just war flashbacks.
Question, does anyone know if we got articles for this episode or no?
I haven't been online to see anything.
I know, I
yet.
haven't looked either. Yeah. That's what I'm asking.
I feel like there haven't been as many like post episode articles.
There's been like
popping up. Yeah. Which I kind of like, because then I can like read it before the episode, keep that stuff in mind, and it's nice.
Yeah, and then I'm not like, let me try and skim these 4 articles before we get on live stream.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wonder if we'll see maybe some post-episode articles next week with like the conclusion of the arc. That would kind of make sense why we haven't seen as much like from Tim specifically. Because he's usually pretty prolific in the interviews at the beginning of seasons. I also can understand why not, but you know, we'll find out. Yeah, Asha said the Elijah interview that Sophia Soto did for really Nerds of Color was really, really good. We retweeted that
a couple times.
Yeah, we watched that together. That was really good. It seems like Elijah really understands like what they're doing with their characters, which is really cool. And he just like he articulated his thoughts about like Harry and where he's coming from and where he's going like really beautifully, and like there's just we love I think we're kind of spoiled in this show because all of the actors really understand storytelling, and they understand the story that they are telling specifically.
Yeah, they understand which not everybody their can characters, say. And they watch the show, which let me tell you, as a supernatural survivor, is not always the case.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, even though you're given words on a page and you act it out, that's not the full story. So I think it's important that like actors actually watch the show to fully understand the story that's being told, to have a better understanding of like their character and their relationship with everyone.
There was something that Elijah said in that interview, and I think he was saying that he has had like deep conversations with Oliver about both of their characters and like what Buck is dealing with and how, and like what Harry's dealing with separately, and how those end up interacting together when they have those scenes together. And I thought that was such an interesting and like insightful like way to go about thinking.
Yeah,
because it's such big picture. Like it's not just you understand your character, but you're understanding the world around your character and the people that influence your character. And I thought that was just like really, really great, and kind of gave me a little bit of a light bulb moment. I was like, oh wow, that's like a really cool and different way to think about it that I haven't really seen articulated like that before. So it was really neat. I'm looking forward to seeing more from him too.
Yeah, it's crazy how like when you watch the show, you can see the thing that all the crazy fans have been talking about for years.
Yeah, with Rob Benedict and Richard Speight Jr.
Yeah,
if you their
supernatural people, these are 2 actors from the show, and they started a Rewatch podcast where they have different actors and like, you know, crew members on. And I think Rob started seeing it earlier than Rich, and Rich was like holding out, and then I forget what episode it was, but he finally was like, yeah, this is
I need to listen to their podcast.
I know. I want to listen to it, but I also am just like, it's going to make me want to rewatch Supernatural, and I don't have the mental
capacity or the time
wherewithal
to
for
do that right now. I know.
I do not.
So I'm definitely gonna have to give it. I've heard a couple snippets here and there that have circulated on Twitter, and I'm just like, yeah, we've been telling you guys.
Yep.
So it's just nice when there's that like validation of the people involved with the show seeing what we see. Yeah. And I think we get that a lot with 911.
We do.
Because I don't know, I think the way that like we interpret the characters tends to fall similarly in line with how the actors interpret their characters, and it's like, wow, thank you so much.
I really want
for telling us we're right.
Anna Rude's, like, I have all these notebooks full of like notes on Ravi. And I'm like, I want to read them, release them.
Release the journals, release the Ravi journals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love when an actor does that stuff too, because then you are really, really thinking, again, big picture stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That big picture that gets funneled into these really small pieces here and there, and I find fascinating because that's what helps like build a world.
Yeah.
And like make a character feel real. Kenny says, low-key feel like Harry's the new Buck in terms of who's who of the younger / new members of the 118. There's so many parallels, and I think just like kind of looking at season 1 Buck and Harry now, season 1 Buck in the way of like he was kind of like trying to find himself, so he kind of like fell backwards into firefighting and, you know, just trying to figure out his place in the world. I think we are seeing a very similar journey for Harry.
And I was going to say, a lot of what Elijah said in that interview was like falling in line with that too, where it's like, he's really in a place where he's just trying to figure out like who he is and like what he wants to do. And I'm like, oh my, it's all just very Buck, early seasons Buck coded.
Yeah. Yeah, again, we did have a little discussion about this. It was for our
what really it was for our Best Buddy segment. What really stood out to me, I guess, kind of like a little preview, was like how similar his reactions to Athena was to like Buck's outburst in the one before Buck begins, the one that sets it up, you know, towards his parents. Yeah. So that's where I was like, oh, this is Buck coded.
Yeah.
All of it is very Buck coded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because Buck has been in these situations, like this is why he's being set up as that mentor for Harry.
Yeah.
And I'm
sorry, go ahead.
I'm interested to see how he resolves things with Athena when she gets back. If it's gonna be like Buck, or where he is very easy to forgive and forget, or if it's gonna be, you know, straying from the Buck parallel path there.
Yeah, because we really don't know how Harry will respond to that, because both he and Athena are kind of going on their own little journeys there. So like when they finally come back and are reunited, they'll probably like see each other's side a little more. But what Harry does with that is going to be interesting.
And I think it's good to note that Athena is not Margaret or Philip Buckley. So that's...
No.
I know, I wasn't even talking about them. Like, you know, when Buck gets angry or people hurt him, he is easy to forgive.
No, but I mean, this was actually like a thing people were doing.
Oh, yeah. I forgot people were being weird.
People are being weird about Athena, yeah.
Miss me with that.
Yeah.
No, but what wouldn't surprise me, and I was sorry, it took me a second, because like I was like, this is a parallel to season 4 as well, when Athena was like not the happiest that May decided to go into dispatch. And if Harry, like we're all kind of thinking, goes into being a paramedic, or not a paramedic, a firefighter, she might have some reservations about that, which does parallel, and in season 4 it parallels her and her mom with B, and from like Athena Begins and all of that stuff. But Athena is leagues better.
Yeah.
Because she like actually comes to understand and accept it.
She's never neglected her kids before. Yeah. No. I saw a couple of those arguments of that. It's like, is she perfect? No. But she's always like gone out of her way to try and put all of her other stuff aside to be whatever part of a mother she needed to be, like whatever part she needed to play in what was happening in their lives. So, you know, even when she disagreed with May and she put that stuff aside to like be supportive, you know, of her own viewpoints of the world, like I just don't, this is the first time, and that's why it's like, you know, she's really not doing well because this is so out of character for her.
Yeah,
and that's why Harry's really not doing well with it.
Yeah. Athena has always been mom first.
Yeah.
Or like for the most part.
Yeah.
There have been some things where like she gets like really bogged down in a case or something like that. But generally it's like mom is priority.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this so difficult for
and
Harry.
I know, I think I saw some people, I forget, because I see discourse and I try and erase it from my brain immediately for things that I actually find enjoyable. But I think some people were like, this is just out of character, and I'm like, that's the point, because grief makes you do things that you normally don't. Like, it makes you act differently. Everyone deals with grief differently, so
yeah, it still makes sense.
It still makes sense.
But yeah, and then having Buck serve as that big brother role over Harry is so special. I think that really goes to show or it will show the growth for both of them, because Buck, especially in the last few episodes of last season, wanted to be that steadiness for everyone that he loves, but he didn't quite get there. And the way he was doing this for Harry in last episode and tonight's episode, that is like what he's wanted to be doing. He's wanted to be that like comforting, guiding, like steadiness. And having Maddie as older sibling, if we get May paramedic, I keep saying paramedic, now that's in my head, dispatch as well, that would be, it's like, it's cute, because we've seen like Buckley's be the role models.
Yeah. Yep. Aaron said, looking at some of the fandom's responses to grief on the show makes me realize that there are some people who haven't experienced a major loss and how that can affect you.
And you know what? I love that for them, honestly. So
I mean, I guess but it's just like, how do you not know anyone who's lost really important people to them either? I don't know.
Some people haven't. Some people just like don't talk about that. So if someone hasn't had that experience, I think that's wonderful. Unfortunately, a lot of people have. And and then it's like, those are the people that are like, yes, this is exactly how this operates, because I know we've said that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also feel like I feel like certain people in fandom that have had these takes, like, I feel like at least you need to have some kind of empathy for some of these characters and what they're going through. I don't think it's fair to cast someone as a villain for having a reaction to their grief. So.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No, I mean, grief is messy, and like no one deals with grief well. They just deal with it in different ways. Or the same way. And also just, like, as a blanket statement, if the characters were, like, perfect, there wouldn't be a show and it would be really boring.
Yep.
What's the fun in that?
Yeah.
Irving asked, just to switch gears a little bit, Irving asked, do y'all think Jim wants to stay as captain? Not yet. But he will. He'll get there. I think
someone on Twitter, I forgot who, was actually mirroring Eddie and Chimney a little bit in terms of what they're doing on the job right now. So, like, Chimney being so unsure, Eddie being not necessarily sure of himself, but he is, like, I don't know, he is, like, jumping into, like, certain things that I mean, again, he is confident in calls and stuff and yes. competent, but, like, there are just some things that I think he's, like, very, like, adamant in doing, or you know what I mean? It's a little that it's a little odd, but
yeah.
So I feel like there's something there.
Because Eddie's not normally the one who pushes back. It's normally Buck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because normally it's like, hey, can I do this thing? And the Cap says no. Then, like,
finds way to do thing.
Well, no, I was gonna say Eddie is just like, okay, like, because he's very much just like, I will, whatever the orders are, I'll do them most of the time. Except for the times that he does things without waiting to ask or be told orders, which is a rare occasion normally.
Yeah. But that is interesting that we're seeing that occur a little more now, almost like he's following his gut.
Yeah.
A little more. But for Chimney, I think that's a really interesting, like, mirror. I think we're going to have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, but for Chimney, I think he very much is not thinking that he's worthy or deserving of it.
That's my thing, is I think he wants to stay as captain, but that adds to the level of guilt and feeling like he doesn't deserve it and doesn't belong in that position.
Yeah, and I think he likes it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
Because that would be disrespectful.
Yes.
But it's not, actually.
That's kind of the vibe I get. Because the only thing he's struggling with is saying that he's captain. The actual captaining,
he's doing it.
Fine. He's doing it. He's great. He's having a good time while he's doing it, too.
So, you were about to say something?
I was, but I lost it.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to be part of Chimney's arc for that. So when he can finally, like, accept that in himself, that he likes being the captain and he wants to stay as the captain.
Yeah.
I think we're getting it. I would expect them having an official ceremony, like, mid-season finale-ish, somewhere around there. Kenny said, I think about Eddie, that Eddie drank the juice. We just haven't been shown it. Which, well, again,
here's my thing. I don't think so at all, but would I put it past them because they love to have Eddie have things happen to him off screen? No.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's what's going to make episode 5 really important.
To see where he's at, because we have literally no clue.
Yeah. I would love if we get a little, like, insight into it in the next episode, but I think that'll still be pretty chock full. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be super Athena heavy, so.
Yeah. To kind of, like, close out that chapter.
Yeah.
Which still makes sense, and I'm glad that they would be
unless maybe we get a scene at the end that's kind of, like, setting up
the next
episode.
Which could happen, because they're doing a lot of, like continuity between that.
Yeah. Okay, I hate to bring this up.
Oh, God.
Okay, do we still think I'm asking about the writers because we have Molly Green and James
more math
for production code 905, and then we have I think Manfet and is it M.E. Savard for production code 904. Okay. I mean, after the reason why I'm bringing this up that maybe it's actually that way is because it's going to be Athena focus.
Jill said, "Still, I've got this."
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Molly and James write airing episode 904, so next episode, especially now that we know it's a further continuation of the opening emergencies. That does make sense to me. I still really do think that and Jill said Molly and James and Tim for airing episode 904, and I think airing episode 905 will be Savard and Monfette.
Yeah, I also, because I went back and looked at the episodes that Monfette has done before, it's literally just Eddie and Bobby, so it really would not make sense to come back after so long to do an Athena
and
episode.
not do an Eddie, because with Christopher Monfette, the last episode he wrote in the series
was
Eddie Begins, which is what a way to go out. And then for him to not be with the show for 6 years and come back, I would and not have Bobby, I would assume like logical leap that's more of like a little teeny tiny step it's Eddie. So
yeah, I think I'm just going off of like also the Athena stuff that they did and that Emmy Savard did in Seismic Shifts too, so it's kind of like she wrote stuff for that. It's still dealing with like the grief parts of it, so that's why I get the
did Emmy Savard also
do Seismic Shifts? Yes. And Voices.
Was that co-written?
I don't remember.
Was that co-written with Kristen Rydell? I want to say. I don't have Wiki up at the moment. I forget who it was. I'm just combining all the things. Jill says yes.
With Kristen or?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was co-written with Kristen Rydell. And Alexis says Emmy was a junior writer, so they were likely co-writing. So,
well, I know that they co-wrote. I just didn't think it was Kristen for some reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because Kristen also deals a lot with Athena storylines. So that's why that's not surprising for me. So, that's what I was looking for. So yeah, I think that is going to be how it plays out. And yeah, so Emmy Savard co-wrote Voices 810. Right?
Yeah.
And that had the U-Haul scenes. So I think we're gonna get some good stuff in 905.
Well, regardless.
Do you think Brad's also doing 4?
I don't know.
Because I would imagine they filmed all the space stuff at once.
Actually, yes, I do think so because I think the 911 wiki. Hold on, I'm trying to look at Wikipedia for a moment. But then the 911 fandom wiki had Brad Bucher slated for 905, but I think that is production code 905, so that would go with the one that is written by Molly. Molly Green, James Leffler, and Tim Minear. So I think that's all of them, and I think we're still getting Keith Tripler on 905 because he had that story on his Instagram with like
the clementine,
the little Hot Wheels and the clementine, which is the pumpkin. So, and I forget at the moment what else he
Hot Shots
directed. Oh yeah, we liked the way that was directed too. So.
Did you do one of the cruise ship episodes, I think?
Hang on.
I'm on the wiki and I searched his name and it only came up as Hot Shots.
Huh. Or was he just maybe he was
he might have been, staffed, but
something
not the
else,
director, yeah. Once things are on the actual Wikipedia page for 911, they're normally correct.
Yeah, he had been assistant to executive producers from 2019 to 2021, and then same title for Lone Star from 2020 to 2021. And then he directed 807 Hot Shots, which is the only one that he's directed from OG, but before then he directed 2 episodes in Lone Star. So
906 being a Taylor Wong episode, that feels like it tracks if it's the Buck stuff.
That would be fun. I really like her stuff. I think it's
I do too.
Like very enjoyable.
I'm just, how are we making it like her particular brand of silly, goofy,
silly, wacky?
Yeah,
because I think we originally thought she was going to be writing Dia de los Muertos, because
which
like
we were
the
like,
superstition
spooky.
of it all, and we're like, yes,
Spooky
that is in line with her thing. So
no, the writer Taylor Wong, not Taylor Kelly. Someone was asking if Taylor's coming back.
What else? So we're talking about family history, right? So episode 906 potentially being written by Taylor Wong. I'm down with that. I still think even if it's like a quote unquote more serious episode, it also may still be a little more lighthearted. Either way, I think her sense of humor will like shine through and have like a good bit of levity, because that's just what she does.
I mean, I think Ghost of a Second Chance is actually a pretty serious episode. The weirdness is, the doppelganger. She wrote that with James Wong, who also directed, and let's see.
Jinx.
Masks is silly, goofy. Holy Mother of God is like
it had
half and half.
Some
like
moments.
Bobby's stuff is serious.
So like that's kind of what I would what I would to expect, like a half and half sort of thing. Like someone has like the more silly goofy storyline, someone has the more like
and what I love is how they
serious.
can do such good character work in the silly goofy. Like the silly goofy has purpose. So
yeah. So I think we'd still be in good hands with that, because again, what did you say? The Holy Mother of God? That was one of hers?
Yeah.
Amazing episode. All parts of it.
Jinx, Defend in Place, Dumb Luck, Cursed, Death and Taxes, You Don't Know Me, Ghost of a Second Chance, Masks, Holy Mother of God, Invisible, and Sick Day. Like, it's a pretty
good resume, yeah. I know. I think Masks was also one of my favorite episodes from last season.
Yeah.
I feel like we were kind of in the minority.
We were in the controversial. Like, that's a hot take.
I don't know why people don't like that episode.
It was just, everything about that was so great to me. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like. So I think if she writes 906, there will be a good bit of Buck in there. Whether or not that's the sillier or the less silly storyline, who knows? But I would.
It's gonna be the silly one. It's Buck.
Yeah, but even like the silly stuff has some like.
Yeah, it's good character
heart
work,
to it.
but I'm saying it's gonna be silly because he is not a serious person.
I know, and I love that. I love that so much. But anyways, yes, I would expect if that ends up being a Taylor Wong written episode, it would be in the vein of Holy Mother of God, in the way of that balance with that. So yeah. I know I have to Jill is obsessed with Jinx, Defend in Place, and Dumb Luck for very different reasons. I'm gonna have to revisit Defend in Place and Dumb Luck. Are those both season 4 or
no, I
season 5.
I think Defend in Place and Dumb Luck are both in season 5.
Yes, season 5.
Yeah.
That's why season 5 is Jill's favorite. We're figuring you out. Yeah. Gonna have to go back and rewatch 5 at some point. And 6. With what time?
So interesting. I don't know. Now that I'm like, oh, Taylor Wong is probably writing that episode.
Also, how do we know? Is it just because she was seen on set
around that time?
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have to oops. We'll have to think about that moving forward. Maybe get some brain
I'm just saying
blasting.
the last episode she wrote where Buck and Eddie were in the same place as Masks, so
it was pretty good.
Which is one of the buddiest episodes of all time.
Yes. Yes. That's why I'm like, it's so great. I love it. But yeah, I think maybe we'll talk just for a couple more minutes and then probably call it.
Yeah.
So maybe like 5 minutes or so. But if you have any burning questions or comments,
speak now or forever hold your peace.
Until next
last
week.
call, guys.
Yeah. Or forever hold your peace if you're a Patreon member and you're in the Discord.
Yeah, if you're in a Discord, you can ask us this whenever you want.
Yeah. That's why Jill needs to join Discord.
Jill can also ask us questions.
I know.
Whenever she wants.
I know.
And she does.
She does. And then we answer.
And we love it.
Jill has a private line.
Yeah.
Question queen privileges.
Was the discourse brought up by Buck Tommy shippers?
What discourse?
Asha said there was
one?
discourse earlier this week about whether Holy Mother of God was a buddy episode, and I don't see how it's not.
It's one of the buddiest episodes of all time, and there was no Eddie in there.
If you want to know why it is, we have an entire episode. That's long as shit.
When is the addendum coming out?
We don't know yet. Actually,
no, we do. It's just gonna be
later.
It's just gonna be late
because that one's the important one.
Yeah.
At this point.
That's coming out.
It's like December
23rd. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Here's more plot device.
Oh, also I lied to Carter because I told Carter that we had 2 episodes coming out on Wednesday at the end of December. It's actually Tuesday. Tuesday the 23rd and Tuesday the 30th. Yeah, because like Christmas Eve
is on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Jill says, why so late? Because we got other stuff to do. we want to give ourselves like a little bit of a break somehow, and to also catch up during hiatus. So
yeah, it's like in the meantime, like listen to the 8/11 special.
Also, like we did just record it to be like, this is a special episode to release when we want, like, because those like most of the special episodes that are under 2 hours, those are like mini-sodes that we pre-record like a while in advance to release it during what is actually like it's not a hiatus for you, but it's a hiatus for us because we're not recording or editing. Still working on stuff,
but
yeah, but not a ton. So yeah, and then we were like actually contractually locked into doing certain episodes for some mid-rolls.
Yeah.
In season 9, episodes, the rewatch in season 9 episodes. So,
yeah. And there were
no specials included in the current contract.
Yeah.
So,
and also holidays are a weird thing to try to schedule around because it's like, people will be home maybe, but like, will they also be traveling? Will they be listening to podcasts? I don't know.
Yeah. And then us, we're busy during those,
yeah,
during the holidays and stuff. So.
Yeah.
So we don't want to put out like some of our typical like rewatch stuff.
Yeah.
We want to just have like a little bit of fun with some different kind of things. So I hope that's okay.
So that'll be coming out. Actually, I just had a terrible thought.
No.
I don't think it's actually going to happen.
No.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
No, actually I don't. Wait, what?
No, my terrible thought was, what if we do see Tommy again before this addendum comes out, and then it's like another addendum?
An addendum to an addendum. Honestly, we would just have to like tack on to the end there. P.S.
Yeah, P.S.
Here's another 45 minutes for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
EJ asked, are you guys gonna do a Life of a Showgirl album episode like you did with TTPD? Yes, we're recording that.
Yep.
Not this weekend, but the following
Next
weekend. But again, you aren't gonna get that for a while. That comes out December 30th.
Happy New Year! Last year we had Taylor Swift holiday episodes, so you get that this year too.
Yeah.
We're not re-gifting because it's something different, but
it's something new. It's true. That would be so mean. If we're like, here's an episode you've already heard. Episodes we gave you last year.
We would
a new intro.
We would never. Oh, Kenny, that's so sweet. Kenny said they were in New York when the astrology episode came out, and they listened to that every chance they could.
Oh, yay.
Thank you.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
That's just like pure character analysis based on...
We also, if you have listened to that episode, the section where we use the pattern app, and like it's crazy, like scary accurate. We read a new one recently for Buck and Eddie again. Ago. And it was again scary and accurate.
Oh, a couple weeks ago. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. No, it was like a month. It was like a month ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thanks, Jill.
Oh. Please hold. Actually, can we stop streaming?
Actually, you're right. Yeah, let's. I think that's. Thank you, Jill, for helping to end the stream.
Nothing gets us.
It's not even early.
No,
more than
this is actually seeing 18 minutes later than we.
Yeah, I gave you guys an extra like 20
You're welcome.
minutes.
If you are not a Patreon subscriber, we'll see you next week. If you are, we'll see you whenever you want to talk to us on Discord or Patreon. And if you want to be able to talk to us in between and don't feel like talking to us on social media, you can join our Patreon.
And then you get access to the Discord.
We have stuff.
And there's
wares.
also the full episode reactions, which will be up. We'll probably get that up shortly after hopping off here.
Yeah,
So,
because it's ready.
yeah.
So look out for that if you were one of the people I think who asked when it would be up. But yeah, this is us logging off. Until next week, friends. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for chatting.
Yeah.
Toodaloos, guys.
It's still new.
Oh, God.
Hey, I didn't say it in that weird...
I know, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
I love it so much. Okay. Good
I
night.
have to
Good
actually
night.
set the hold on.
Oh my god.
Every
we go.
time.